Hey guys, Brent Build Show. Today we're going to be talking about shutters, and I want to talk about the right way and the wrong way to do shutters on your houses today. A lot of great information to share. Come join me. So shutters historically were used for security, they're used for air control, they were used to beautify the house. And historically, in order to be able to open and close over a window, they had to be operable, okay? So they had to actually hang, they actually had to swing, and they would close over a window or open around a window and be held back, all as a natural movement, all as a part of how you lived in a home. What happened is that after 1950, when you begin to get air conditioning inside houses, when windows grow and you have picture windows that aren't really operable, right? Shutters became this thing that were kind of lost in space, right? They were not used as much. And so as the windows grew, shutters didn't grow proportionally. So if you had a 6-foot wide picture window, you didn't have a 3-foot shutter on either side, right? What you ended up having was still an 18-inch shutter. So you have these goofy looking houses with these big windows and little teeny shutters, and it's all over America. What we need to do is we need to get back to using shutters in the proper way. They aren't, okay, stickers that you put on a house for if you want a traditional look, right? They should be stuff that operates and moves and functions still to create that historic authenticity. Now, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to put on shutters on a window like this, right? Here's a steel window with a big round thing. Never would have had shutters. On my house here, we had these ugly louvered shutters on the house for, ever since we moved in, right? What we've done now is we've actually put in panel shutters that operate on either side of this window, right? And so we're gonna go to the other side of the house. We're gonna replace some shutters there. I'm gonna show you what's wrong with that system, and we're gonna make operable shutters. So we looked at those shutters down there, kind of the proper way to do them. This is what we were dealing with, right? We were dealing with a smaller shutter than the width of the window. The other thing that you see down here, this rot that's happening on the bottom of the shutter, most likely the sprinklers turning on and off over time have rotted that wood out. We've talked about good versus bad wood. That's just another video. So what we do here is we're actually going to pull these off. Now they've been nailed into the brick, into the mortar. So I'm going to just pull them off with the pry bar, and then we're going to put the right shutters on. These have just been kind of nailed in, right? So these have been here a while. At least they're wood, they're not plastic. But these are kind of the stuff I've been dealing with here. Again, nailed on, a lot of dust and dirt behind there. Now we're going to put our real shutter on. The way it's put in is it's put on with this hardware. This is called a pintail, and this is your strap hinge. Now, this strap hinge will go in here, right? And it will swing back and forth across the window. Pintail is going to help me carry out far enough past the brick so that this can hang right here, okay? And I'm going to mortise these things in because my brick mold has a step in it. I'm going to mortise that out, and then I'm going to put this new pintail in and should have a working shutter here. You notice that this is an offset strap hinge, right? And strap hinges were oftentimes made of iron, and they had these hammered edges like this. Now this is a steel one, this isn't wrought iron, but this goes and hangs right here, okay? So now that my pintails are in place, you'll notice that these things will hang like this. So I'm now going to hang my strap hinge on my shutter. I'm hanging it a little bit backwards because my shutters are never going to open and I want the panel out. If these were closing over a window, this would be the back side when it was closed over a window. It's not as pretty, right? So because mine are always going to be open, I'm actually going to hang my hinge on the back side here, and it's going to be offset, and then I'm going to lift it up and put it on those pintails. operable beautiful shutters, right? And even though we're not going to operate them, even though we're not going to use them, we're still going to keep them open. It still adds a level of depth and shadow line that's going to be really beautiful. But you have to remember this, is that there's what's called a shutter dog. Now, a shutter dog is a hold back, right? It holds the shutter back. You notice that both these shutters kind of tilting forward. A shutter dog was designed to go down here, right, underneath the shutter and hold it back. And it was designed, you've seen the S ones, right? Well, on the real ones, the S is actually weighted so that the bottom of the S weighs more. So gravity holds it down, right? So it's a natural hold back for that shutter. What people are doing today is they're sticking them up here, the side of the shutter, right? Looks completely goofy, looks completely like you don't know what you're doing, like you don't know what that shutter dog is for, and they end up cramping them down in here. Now you can put on authentic shutters at your house, really create a more beautiful structure. That depth and that shadow line there really helps to add historic authenticity and beauty. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Whole Millwork, Whole Homes, a lot of inside stuff, a lot of back scene stuff. Be sure to sign up for a newsletter. I'm Brent Hull. Thanks for watching.